Hello, this is John Clark. I'm going to go through the top-down design for the stem and leaf program in this video. I've got a PowerPoint slide that I created. It is included in the submission as well. The Python program starts with a main function that's actually called stem and leaf. I start out storing three variables to contain the file string values, then invoke the user function. After that, create a loop that allows the user to execute this as many times as they want. Just walking through the functions one by one. Greet user is a very simple function that simply prints out some explanation as to what the program does. The obtain input function accepts input from the user to determine which file they want to process. The file number is passed back as an integer value, and I've included some input edit validation logic in that function as well. The read and sort function reads in the ASCII text file that they have chosen, and it returns back a sorted list of integers. We pass a few things to this function, the file number they've chosen, and the three string values as well for the files. The logic could be abstracted to pass just one thing, say the file string value, for example, but I'd originally hard-coded the file names in the function and wanted to get them to the top of the program to make it easier for the grader. Print plot does the heavy lifting along with one function underneath it, printing the stem and leaf plot. As input, it accepts a sorted list of integers. It also needs to know which file the user selected so that it can print that information in the title. Print one line does just what it says. It starts out by building the stem and then iterates through the numbers in the list, building the leaf, and printing a line when the stem changes. It takes in the sorted list of integers as input as well as the current index that says where we are in the processing of the list, and also a parameter that tells us the total number of integers in the list. The two functions underneath actually were not in my original design. The skip item function consists of a while loop that will print stems that contain no leaves. The last line function was needed because the way my code was working, it wasn't printing the last line. It's honestly a bit of a kludge, and I think there's probably a way to write this where perhaps neither of these last two functions I'm describing are needed, but this is only the third Python program I've ever written, and it's what I needed to do to get it to work. The process another function, which is the last thing in the upper right, hangs off the main function and it asks the user if they would like to process another file. A value of yes or no is returned. End of video.